Hi, everybody. Hello. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening whenever you are watching this today. I'm Rita Young with Participant Directed Advocates of Georgia, and I have with me Mitzi Profit. I'm the Executive Director, and Mitzi is our deputy. And today we're going to talk about how to find answers, where to look. And so, as families that participant direct, occasionally, more than occasionally, at the very beginning, when we are new, we have lots of questions. And as we learn, the questions become fewer and far between, but we still have questions, right? So, no matter if you're brand new at self directing or you've been self directing 10 plus years, things may pop up, right? So, here are some things that we recommend to employers of record, those of us that administer the self-direct model for our adult offspring. So if you have a question, depends on what the question is as to who may have the answer, right? So if you just went through the training, the DBHDD mandatory training, and you need a basic overview, maybe you took the training a couple of months ago and now 2-3 months have gone by, and that's a lot of information to digest and you need a bit of a refresher. You could go back to the training slides from the mandatory training and the training information that DBHDD provided rather. Okay, so that's for a basic overview and a refresher for new families. If you are looking for policies and rules that govern participant direct and the waivers, the COMP, the NOW, or the ICWP, right? I would look in, if it's NOW COMP, the DBHDD manuals, which we showed you how to access in one of our last videos. And then also on the DBHDD side for NOW and COMP, they occasionally will publish newsletters, and there was one that just came out a couple of weeks ago. So take a look at those policies and the rules in the newsletters and the waiver policies. If it's an ISP question, prior authorization, overall budget question, reach out to your support coordinator. And if it is an interpretation of policy question, that's a little tricky, right? If you read the policy and you're wanting to maybe expand your understanding of that, or is this permissible, etc., I would reach out to DBHDD directly to one of the participant direct coordinators. That would be Olivia Nicken's team, via email to ask those questions on interpretation. And then Mitzi, you may want to talk about this next one, and that is the Georgia PD Advisory. So tell us a little bit about it. You are the chair, so tell us about when we might reach out and where those folks are located.
So they are in all of the regions, and I know when you do the participant direct training, you are shown on a slide that you can contact anybody. And like, for example, I'm in Region 5. There's also another parent, Kathy Simmons, who's in Region 5. And then Tina Rivers is in Region, this is where I get confused. When it gets above Region 5, I'm like Region 3, right?
Yes.
And then you have somebody in Region 1, which I think is Jane Grillo.
That's
right? And then you have Region 4, which is Valdosta, maybe? Maybe I'm getting good at this. Maybe I'm in the wrong region. Anyway, you have somebody in Valdosta. Then you have somebody in Rita's region. So there's a parent in every region.
Columbus, the Augusta area,
yeah. So these are parents who participate direct. We also have self-advocates that live this life. So we are here to support you. As far as another parent who, like Rita said, will tell you the same things on this slide. Have you reached out to DBHD for the materials? Have you talked, if you need to talk to your support coordinator, do you need to talk to Olivia and them? Have you reached out to one of us? We're going to follow the same process because we have been through the process. We are rule followers, but we are another parent who also lives this life as well. Probably a little bit longer. So that kind of helps us a little bit.
And if you have questions about onboarding an employee,
yes,
your application packet and the status of your application packet, kind of the nitty-gritty details of your budget on a month-to-month basis, anything about background check, fingerprinting, payroll, and a good to go letter, that would be your fiscal agent. So those are
Yes.
the groups that you would reach out to. And of course, parents help other parents, right? And there are really good Facebook groups out there, and we like that people are communicating. At the same time, we encourage families to know where the answer is, because if someone's giving you their interpretation, it may or may not be correct. And your name is actually on all of the documents as being employer of record, as that responsible person. So
Right.
while advice is wonderful and certainly helpful many times, we encourage you to know the rules and where to find the answers. And so there's a lot of people that can help. And I certainly understand, being a parent myself, sometimes you need the answer right now, today. And I would just encourage you, if you're able, to slow down and decide who is the person that can give you that answer, that best answer. And so here are some suggestions from us rather, and
Right.
hope that you find it helpful. Anything else, Mitzi, before we?
Well, the one thing is, I think that parents really, we are a huge group, and you would be surprised many times DBHD wants to hear from us. So the more we educate ourselves, the more we as a group of parents in the state of Georgia talk to each other and learn situations. And sometimes you don't know what you don't know. I always say that. There is no stupid question. Once you learn the processes, they become very repetitive, and then you just teach other parents. Everybody on the GAPD advisory, we help other parents. We do not tell DBHDD what to do. They ask us what is going on in the region. So many times, if there are things going on in the region, we'll be more than happy to be that spokesperson. So again, we're here to support, just like Rita and I are here to support and help families. But there are so many funnels of ways to get information. We just really want to grow the capacity to help each other as parents, and to help our individuals so they can live in their home communities, and continue this model.
Absolutely. We believe in this person-centered approach,
Yes.
and we want to encourage families to find where the rules are written in black and white, so that can hopefully give you more confidence in your ability as an employer of record. And
Right.
of course, we are here to support you as well. And by the way, we have a conference coming up on
Yes.
the 26th. It is Tuesday, August 26th at the Carter Center. And so if you are interested, we're going to be having panels of speakers on housing, best practices and participant direct, self-determination, and also planning for the future. So it is not to be missed. We're going to have lots of panelists. So it'll be a great opportunity for you to network, not only with the speakers, but with other families.
That's right.
We'd love to meet you. We'd love to see you in person, and we also do have a virtual option. So, and the deadline to register is August the 15th.
Yes.
So thank you all so much. We hope to see you. Participant Directed Advocates of Georgia is the very first and only association for families and individuals that self-direct their Medicaid waiver. So you all have a great rest of your day, and we are here to support you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.